This question sent in the CornyDriveThru at gmail.com from Eric Serrano. What are your thoughts on Triple H's comments on Batista's training prior to WWE? He referred to him being trained to be a 1970s big guy in his early days on the main roster. Did WWE ever complain to you about the way OVW was training talent?
Oh, Laurinaitis would complain constantly about something, but it didn't do him any good. And with Batista, he wasn't trained to be a 70s big man. He was trained to be an 80s big man. Because if it was the 70s, we wouldn't let him do as much as he did. But we've told that story before. You know, you get a guy that's almost 30, has never been a wrestling fan, not a natural, had almost no training whatsoever, was injury prone, and not an assertive personality, but looked like that. What are you going to do with him? You're going to make him a gimmick. You're going to point him toward opponents like Big Show, Undertaker, and Kane. And you're going to hope that you can get a 5-year run, steal some pay-per-view main events out of him, and then he'll go on to lead a life of religious fulfillment somewhere. And that's pretty much what happened, except that they stripped him of the gimmick and were almost going to fire him until he started working out with Triple H. And then they remade him as the Beast. And, you know, he was awful pussy whipped when he was here in Louisville because he was married and his wife told him everything to do. And he just sat in the corner and fucking put his hoodie up and shivered a lot because he was always cold. And he was a frail demon. And he was very self-conscious and didn't want to go out and do shit, right? When I put him in the ring with Kane at one of Les Thatcher's shows up at the casino in Indiana, I sat him down. I said, well, tell him what you do. Oh, I'll do anything you want me to do. I said, tell him what you do. He's here to try to get your shit over. And Glenn had to drag it out of him. But then he got the big head when he started making the money and was the best friends with the son-in-law and decided then, oh, now I'm a big star. And he came out of his shell. But we did the math and we had somebody track it down, and his actual WWE career minus injury time worked out to something like 62 months or about the 5 years, or maybe it was 48 months. Or 58 months rather. It was somewhere right under or right over 5 years that I predicted if you took out the time that he was out with injuries. Because did I mention he was injury prone? He had great athleticism and a great look. So you give him a gimmick and you try to let the experienced talent fucking draw some money with him without him having to be a polished worker, which he never became because he didn't have time, and now he's in the movies. So who gives a shit? But they, to me, missed an opportunity by having to tear him down and rebuild him from scratch when they first got him when he was already built.